There again, working on some technical difficulties as per usual. How you doing, Stan?
Good, brother. How are you?
Good. Today we're going to be talking about some interesting headlines that have been coming up on the news recently. You know, never a dull moment with President Trump in office.
Never. Not for 5 minutes.
Nope. A couple of the topics that we'll be talking about was a new bill has been introduced into, I think it was the House, to remove capital gains tax for home sellers. Be awesome. A brokerage has sued a buyer client for breaking a contract and going with someone else.
Juicy.
Mortgage rates hit 3-year low, and we'll talk about what we've been seeing on our side over here.
Yep.
Compass purchases anywhere, which is a whole host of different brokerages and whatnot. And finally, we talked about it a little bit last year, but Trump signs an executive order banning institutional investors.
Yep. Good topics.
Anyone you're feeling that you want to start out with a little bit more than the other?
Let's start out with the salacious lawsuit. Who doesn't love lawsuits? Especially when it's against realtors, right?
No, man. Not this time. It's a realtor against another person.
What? Is that even legal?
Oh, man. Just in Florida, this is setting a precedent. Equine Properties took a home buyer to arbitration this year after learning that the buyer purchased a property with another firm's agent in violation of their buyer broker agreement and was awarded $24,000.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Not only buying a house and paying their agent, but now they got to pay someone else.
Double dinger.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, at least my immediate on the surface thought is, great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Contracts are contracts. I mean, we've been hammered as an industry because of our kind of loosey-goosey practices, so the public thinks.
Yeah.
And it's good to see the tides turn a little bit and say, yeah, these are actually valid contracts.
Yeah.
That you have, gotten into. And if you're going to screw somebody over, you're going to pay the price.
100%. I feel. Go ahead. Keep
going. No, it's nice to see that.
Yeah.
So what were you going to say?
I would say I feel like our industry definitely, with not only just COVID and everything, just in general, our industry's always got looked upon. Oh, everyone's a realtor. Oh, no one really cares. No one takes our job seriously. It's like we're almost as worse than used car salesmen,
Yeah.
Let me tell you, car sales, going to buy a car sucks. But I feel like, I don't know, obviously we're a little biased and we don't think we're as bad at it. We're just trying to help people. Obviously there's always bad apples out there as realtors in any industry at the end of the day.
For sure. I have no argument on that.
Yeah. And so I feel like it's a good thing that sets a precedent that's what America was built off of, was contracts, legally enforcing them. Is if you don't have a legally binding contract, what do you have at the end of the day? That's what our foundational principles as America.
100%. So I did read that article and it was interesting because the brokerage even reached out to the client.
Yeah.
And said, hey, you've got a contract here, and they ghosted him.
Yeah. The
buyer ghosted the brokerage firm. So, that tells me a lot about the individual. If you're gonna just think, oh, I don't need to answer that call or return that call, that's just kind of slapping them in the face. So I'm glad that brokerage did that and pursued it.
Yeah.
You should have.
Yeah.
So, you get screwed over, there should be some consequences.
100%. Not to this extent or anything like that, but it also just like going back to the topic of like how we kind of get crapped on as realtors is someone a while back called into our office line and left a message that they're looking for like a broker's price of opinion, a BPO. And so I talked with them and was trying to figure out what they were looking for and what they were trying to do, but wanted an opinion of value on a piece of land out there in Blanchard. And so I gave it to him, and I looked it up the other day, and lo and behold, it got sold. They sold it on their own and whatnot. And I was like, just little things like that. Is like, we don't work for free at the end of the day. No one works for free. We love doing what we do. We want to help people and whatnot. And so being able to come on the other side of that and being like, we're actually serious professionals and not trying to get taken advantage of
The only way we're going to elevate our professionalism is if we take it seriously.
100%.
And that's a statement right there that we do take it seriously. Yeah. And granted, like you said, there are some knuckleheads in this business for sure. I know a lot of them. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. You're going to have that no matter what the field is. There's doctors that take things half-assed. There's, psychiatrists, everything, you name it, even lawyers. Yep. So it's just, for the longest time, realtors were kind of viewed as the lowest man on the totem pole, so to speak. So
100%. And it also goes to show, like, I have a showing this weekend, and I told them, like, we're not doing an exclusive buyer's representation at this current moment because we just talked over the phone. I'm bringing a one-time showing agreement that I told them that I'm going to be bringing for them to sign for this one property. Oh, but my other realtor never had me sign anything like that. Dude. Like, we're trying to do things the right way here, and then you have a bunch of other people doing it the wrong way, and you're like, I'm just trying to hold up the standard. I'm not trying to get in trouble at the end of the day, and not trying to get you in trouble at the end of the day. Trying to do it correctly. Yeah,
that stems back to that National Association of Realtors lawsuit that happened. So, I mean, that's one of the changes that happened. So the one-time showing deal, that's supposed to be enforced, and you're supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
So if the other realtor didn't do it, no names mentioned, but whoopee.
Yeah.
So again, if you're not going to take what you do seriously,
100%.
It will come back to haunt you. So
I think this is all just accumulating into bringing our profession more back to being serious and professionals in the industry,
right?
Not just any Tom, Dick, or Harry getting their license and doing a transaction maybe once every couple of years.
We've joked about it in the past, right? The bar of entry is pretty low for real estate. So and whenever it's low for anything, you're going to be made fun of and you're going to not be respected. So.
In lighter news, Representative Craig Goldman from Texas has introduced a new bill, Don't Tax the American Dream Act, which would take away the capital gains. What am I thinking of here? Remove capital gains off selling a primary residence if you lived in it to the last 5 years. So at the current moment, if you're a single person selling a home, you have an exemption up to $250,000, and if you're married, it's up to $500,000.
Yep. So with a name like Goldman, you can't be wrong.
You're absolutely right. But
no, I agree with this. I completely agree with it because his argument is the fact that home prices have escalated over the years, and I don't know when the original home or the capital gains thing got put into place.
97.
Okay. So from 97 to 2026, if we base it on your 3% annual increase in houses, we all know that we've had some dips in there and we've had some major booms in there. So and real estate time over time continually grows in value.
100%.
So I think that's a great thing. I think it's an absolutely awesome thing for, again, I've said it in past podcasts, real estate's the best way to create 100%. Wealth and generational wealth at that. So, you buy a great property and you sit on it and you die there and your heirs get it. I mean, look at that.
Yep.
Look how good that looks.
100%.
So, or you want to cash out and be able to go live in the Bahamas.
Yep.
Why the hell not?
You're getting taxed on everything else from the transfer tax to the property taxes to the renovating of the house, all those taxes to the materials and the labor. And why are we getting taxed on the sale of a primary residence that you lived in for X amount of years?
Yep.
At the end of the day.
I agree. Yeah, you're right. We get taxed on everything. So it's kind of nice to have and it encourages homeownership. So again, we're biased for realtors, but it does encourage homeownership. And for anybody who has had a home, they do realize the tax advantages and they do realize how nice it is to own your own place.
But going back to the capital gains exemption was passed it was 1996 or 1997.
Okay.
The average price of a house in Kootenai County in 1997 was about $110,000.
It was.
Who the frick is using all of that capital gains tax exemption anyways of $250,000 to $500,000
right.
in 97,
right.
98, 99,
2000.
even back then, I feel like that was drastic. And even if we don't get rid of it, I feel like we need to adjust it to today's numbers.
Yeah, that'd be fair.
Because I saw a video that if it's adjusted for today's numbers for a single person filing as an individual, it'd have to be closer to 600,000.
Mm-hmm.
And as a married couple, it'd have to be raised to 1.2. And now I feel like that's a little bit more acceptable.
Yeah.
If not bringing it to today's standards.
Yeah, I mean, if they did a sliding scale based on percentage and based
Mm-hmm.
on the average growth of real estate, they could do it that way, and I'd be fine with that. But hey, I took it in the shorts on a few properties in 2008.
Yeah.
You know, I actually short sold a couple,
Yeah.
you know, properties in 2008 when the big meltdown happened.
Mhm.
So where's my money back? I want my money.
If only it works that way. If only it works that way. But yeah, getting rid of it's even better. But if we can't do that, at least adjust it for today's values.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
And other great news, mortgage rates hit 3-year low after the bonds that were purchased from Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, bringing down the 30-year. This was from earlier in the week. I think it was Monday. Bringing down mortgage rates, 30-year mortgage rates to 6.6%, and bringing the 15-year down to 5.38%.
Wow.
Which is fantastic. I mean, we're even seeing 10-year arms as low as 4.99%. I mean,
yeah,
mortgage rates are coming down.
They are coming down.
Which is fantastic.
Nice relief for the first-time home buyer out there. In fact, I'm working with a handful of them right now, and they're excited.
Yeah.
They're really excited. It's much more attainable now than when we were, you know, at the high 6s, potentially 7s in some cases. And yeah, it makes all the difference in the world for that payment. So,
I mean, I don't know about you, but it definitely seems like it's been a little warmer December, January than the rest of 2025.
100%.
I feel like this whole 2025 was like a weird year for selling and buying.
It was. It didn't make any rhyme or reason for what was selling, when it would sell. I mean, we'd see a really good price home come on the market and it would sit.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden this, you know, you'd see a couple $1 million houses sell out of nowhere. It's like, what happened there? So you're right. It was like shooting a shotgun. So
one of my friends I was talking to, he's in South Dakota, but his opinion was that we're definitely price sensitive for 2025. Is like, because you could compare shopping at a medium price point of $500,000 houses, and like if one house has something that the other house doesn't have, even if it's something tiny, make a drastic difference in that one house who doesn't have it is just going to sit there.
Yep.
So
you're right. Whether it was paint color or fireplace,
exactly.
Gas fireplace. Well, that one has a gas fireplace. I'm gonna buy this one.
Exactly.
This one has a little bit more room on the side to put a camp trailer or put a trailer or anything, or you can park a car. I'll take that one.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
100%. And so I know it's probably not going to affect as many people like on the consumer side, but Compass purchasing anywhere. What are they called? Anywhere Real Estate. So Anywhere Real Estate owns a bunch of different brokerages from, I know, Century 21. Where is it? They own Better Homes and Gardens, Coldwell Banker as well, Commercial, Cochrane, ERA, Sotheby's.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on this merger?
I don't know. I have mixed feelings. I am pro business.
Yeah.
But I'm also, you know, the whole monopoly thing is a little. I mean, they're skirting that line, I think, because those are some big companies. They really are.
It's kind of the illusion of choice that people are going to have.
Yeah, it really is, because at the end of the day, it's all Compass.
Yeah.
So my gut says just let it be.
Yeah.
You know, as long as consumers do have a choice, and Compass still allows Century 21 to differentiate itself and its franchisees from Coldwell Banker and from Better Homes and Gardens and all that, then, you know, let them do business.
Do you think there's going to be an effect on the consumer end of things?
I don't think so. I think more than anything, and not to, you know, go back to that lawsuit from NAR, I think that truly is going to have more repercussions and more impact than anything else, because we still have, like, we've got all these compliance things that we have to follow now. And as you said, the buyers you're showing this weekend, their previous showing experience, the realtor didn't use the form that they should be using.
Yeah.
So, now you've got to explain it to them, and you've got to be the professional, and that guy gets off scot-free for not being in compliance. That's where I have more issues than anything.
Yeah.
I think for the consumer, as long as we uphold the things we're supposed to as realtors and still come from a point of perspective of education and knowledge, we'll be fine. And our consumers will be happy.
Yeah.
But, for the ones that work with the people that don't care and don't want to be in compliance, then sorry.
Yeah. Agreed. I don't know. I think at the current moment that it's not really going to affect consumers on the face of things. This merger is going to happen. They're all going to pretty much go under one roof. My understanding
Under one roof.
A real estate joke. But I don't think it's going to affect them as much. I feel like consumers at the end of the day, I mean, they don't really care what brokerage you're with. I mean, they care about the person that they're dealing with. And if they have a good connection with them, if they're not, don't feel like they're screwing them over, if they have a good relationship with that person, I don't think the brokerage really matters at the end of the day.
Yep. No matter how you want to slice it up, real estate truly is a people-to-people business.
Yeah.
And it always will be.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's the largest purchase anyone's going to make.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of emotions involved.
Mm-hmm.
And you need that professional, and you need that person to bounce ideas off of. I mean, even my clients that are well versed in real estate purchasing, investors, flippers, builders, we never ever write something up without hashing it all out.
Yeah.
Talking about it, seeing the potential of it, whether it's cutting up a lot, a 5-acre piece, and determining what our yield would be and what that looks like and what can we get out of it to just simply remodeling a house. So, that's where our value comes into play. So that's what matters, the people aspect.
I mean, you switched brokerages like 3 or 4 times, no?
Yep.
Did your clients stay with your previous brokerage, or they follow you?
No, in fact, my clients don't even remember what the company is.
Exactly.
I don't even know if they know what company I work for now.
Exactly right. I think it's going to be more for the realtor side of things. On the back side of what we see is how are they getting clients? How are they finding leads? What is their systems that they're going to be managing? I don't think it's necessarily going to affect the consumers by
It's not.
any means.
Now, I mean, on a side note, if Compass decided maybe not to play with Zillow.
I did see that a little bit ago. We were talking about that in Chicago. They're trying to get their Zillow cut off from their MLS. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, well.
Because I think that's what they're trying to do is Compass to be able to have all these people, all these different companies and all these agents to create their own form of Zillow, to be able to have their own pocket listings and within their own brokerage and have people buy or be able to advertise within that and not relying on Zillow, which I think is fantastic. But
I do too, even though like yesterday I was looking at properties in Florida and I was using Zillow.
I use Zillow too. I think that sole fact is what do I want to say? It's more, it just shows the flaws in our industry that we could, as realtors, address ourselves. I mean, we talked about local MLSs that are irrelevant, unnecessary.
Yep.
Why do we need 20 different MLSs for the state of Idaho? I mean, just have one.
Right.
And you can see everything in Idaho. I mean, that's what obviously the consumer wants. That's why Zillow and Redfin and everything exists.
Exactly.
We'd be able to do it.
You are so right. That is really one of the biggest flaws of our industry, for sure. We quote want to play fair with each other, but at the same time, we don't act that way. So,
I mean, it's taking, at the end of the day, money out of our pocket, not even our pockets, but like our MLS's pockets, because it's something that they could avoid instead of relying on Zillow and letting them come in. We could have our own.
Right. Yeah.
But, oh, well, they don't want to do what might be best for them. That's fine.
They don't want to do what makes sense.
Well, last but not least, we touched on it a little bit last week, but it's officially in place as Trump signs an executive order to ban Wall Street investors from purchasing single-family homes.
Mhm.
That happened yesterday on his one-year anniversary of being president, which is awesome. But just like we touched on a little bit last week, is what defines an institutional investor.
Right. That's going to be the biggest, I think, problem
Mm-hmm.
they're going to face with it. On paper, I love the idea. I think it's
Mhm.
great. In execution, I think it's going to be an absolute mess.
Yeah.
So
100%, because we were talking about it beforehand. Not only you got to define it, but how are you going to enforce it at the end of the day? How many LLCs can one person have? Freaking a million, right?
Yeah, I got a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And so, like, let's say it's a cap of 50. Just say for like, oh, this one LLC has 50, this one has 50, this one has.
Yeah.
And how do you
Right.
enforce it at the end of the day?
Right, exactly. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
I don't either.
So realistically, yeah, I think that's going to be the biggest problem with it. So, not that I disagree with Trump on a lot of fronts, but on that one, like I said, on paper, I love the concept. I just don't see any way to stop it.
Yeah.
So,
And in that order, it states that in 30 days, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent will develop a definition of large institutional investors in single-family homes. So we'll see what that definition turns
Yeah.
out to be, because like at the end of the day, how are you going to enforce it?
can't. It's like you said, you can have as many LLCs as you want.
Yeah.
You know, you can have corporations, LLCs.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, we were talking about this a little bit earlier. I mean, I think it's not a very big, I'm not gonna say it's an issue, but it's definitely an issue causing in our supply, in our marketing, in our markets in general, is these institutional investors purchasing up single family homes to create a renter class and everything else. But we're talking earlier is I think more of what's an issue is people who aren't U.S. citizens, people from other countries buying up American land, which I think is a bigger
Yes.
issue.
I do too. I think that's a huge issue. I think we need to really police that hardcore.
Yeah.
Because last thing we need as a country
Mm-hmm.
is to have the ownership of our land
Mm-hmm.
controlled by a foreign entity.
Yep.
Period. That's stupid.
Agreed. And I was speaking with an Flying S, an escrow company, a couple weeks back, and I think Idaho started implementing. They passed a new law. From my understanding, is that the escrow company is going to start taking a deeper dive on where this money is coming from.
Yes.
From cash purchases. They're going to need a history. I'm not sure how far back, but they're going to need a history of where's this money coming from. I think it's more for smuggling, or for money laundering,
Yeah, I think it is too.
as opposed to foreign investors. But I mean, at that point, two birds, one stone.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Typically.
So I think, I mean, that's a good thing that they're implementing to be able to cash out money laundering. But I mean, if we already have a system that's getting up and rolling, to be able to take a deeper dive on where this money is coming from, that's one way to identify any foreign
Yes. And
interest.
and kudos for the title companies in Idaho for doing that.
Mhm.
So I think it's a great idea.
All right.
Right on, man.
Well, that's all the articles we have for today. Any final thoughts to our one viewer watching?
Tell your friends. And if you don't have any friends, get some friends. Tell your friends.
No, but I guess for next week we got the year's data that came out not too long ago.
2025?
Yeah, for 2025.
Yep.
We'll
All right.
we'll go look that over and talk about that and see what happened. Take a deeper dive of analysis of what happened in 2025, and then our predictions for 26 to come. How does that sound?
Yeah, I mean, if just this last month is any indicator, I think 2026 is going to be a great year,
Mhm.
honestly, and still a lot of opportunity for buyers.
Mhm.
And I think sellers are going to be a lot happier
Yeah,
than they were last year.
100%.
So,
Cool.
All
All right,
right.
man.
see you, white boy.